Hello and welcome to a new video on the HKCM global channel. My name is Philip. Today I'm going to be revisiting my Bitcoin analysis. If you haven't watched my last video on the Bitcoin, I would really advise to do so. Since it is a good basis to what I am going to be speaking about today in this video. So a lot has changed over the last weeks. Bitcoin has become very volatile. We've seen some quite significant downtrend action, which was, if you watch my last video, was also what I was expecting. But I was expecting the downtrend to be holding above $82,000. This support level has now been broken. My overall expectation, maybe let's start with that, is still unchanged. So in the long-term perspective, I'm still expecting Bitcoin at some point to reach levels around $200,000 and above $200,000. But as I already outlined in my last video, if we are breaking support at 82,000, I'm expecting the market to have already topped in subwave 1 and we are starting a larger corrective move, which will take us down in the end. So towards the end of the correction, I'm expecting this to go even below $40,000 again. But for now, we have to see how this unfolds, also which structure the correction will unfold within. So let's dive in. Let's look at the imminent chart and let's look at the short-term scenarios. So currently, my expectation is that from the highs here, Bitcoin has for now bottomed out at this level here around $78,000. We are in a recovery phase right now, and then I'm willing to go short for the first time in a very, very long period on the Bitcoin. I'm not expecting this whole move to unfold in one clean fashion to the downside at the moment, because many people have asked me if I'm expecting this to break down basically directly to the downside towards the $61,000 area. Currently, I'm not expecting the market to do so. So I'm really expecting this recovery phase here to hold on and to take place within the next few weeks, because Bitcoin has been extremely oversold. We are extremely oversold on the daily. Let's look at that here. So we have been extremely oversold on the RSI. MACD is trying to recover now. The negative momentum is slowing down, but we are still on a clear short signal for the moment. We have also been able to recover the 4-hour a little bit in the last few days, especially the move we had on the weekend helped with that, but it was clear that something is going to unfold here, because simply the market was just too much on the oversold side on the shorter term time frames here. So no surprises here. The recovery move we've seen through the weekend, which was also of course fueled by probably the statements that were made by Donald Trump, etc. But nevertheless, this was my expectation anyhow, as long as we are not falling below 73,000. So this is the next critical level that I'm watching now. If this recovery phase is to last, and if we are to be reaching the short target zone I've now put on the chart, we really have to hold 73,512. If we drop below here, so if we first of all we need to make a new low, and if we drop below 73,512 as well, then I would have to expect the counter move to be already completed, and we would be finishing the first down leg within my next long zone. So this is definitely a chance I would take to long the market again, because I'm then expecting another substantial rally here within this B wave, which could also take out the previous all-time highs once more before sell-off will continue, and I will show this on a separate chart. What my targets will be for the final bottom then, before we continue the long-term uptrend I'm still expecting Bitcoin to be in. So right now, what I'm basically monitoring are these critical levels here, 78,173, 73,512. Those are the levels to look out at the moment. As long as we can hold these levels here, I'm expecting the recovery to continue at least to $109,000. Of course, this can be subject to change depending on how this substructure is continuing to unfold. I will make adaptations to my short target zone up here, higher or lower perhaps as well, depending on the substructure we are seeing here right now. And the next important step to continue this recovery phase is, of course, to take out this high around here, which is in the area of around $96,000. That has to be taken out in the next step, of course. And until this doesn't happen, I'm also keeping the option alive that if we drop back down, if we take out the last low at 78,173 and then continue below 73,512, then I have to expect this to take the direct route to the downside, which at the moment, would be supported by the fact that if we're going out on the higher time frames, if we're looking at the indicators, we have now seen a short signal on the weekly. We are still losing momentum. MACD has clearly crossed to the downside. We've also lost support on the 2-week. We are seeing the MACD starting to cross. We are losing momentum. The long-short indicator is closing in as well. We are not quite there yet for the monthly, but the monthly is also shown weakening signs. We have the second weakening momentum candle now on the monthly indicator chart. So yeah, things are falling in place, and my expectation and the warnings I've been putting out there over the last weeks and even months, I've been already warning about Bitcoin having topped out or topping out soon, way before Christmas 24. So for me, the current market action is nothing that came unexpected. We had a good run, and at some point we just need to contract again to build up new momentum to continue the overall trend. Yeah. So I know a lot of people are not happy with those predictions and the way things are playing out at the moment. We just have to be honest and realistic here. And I think the most important thing right now is not to get trapped on close to all-time highs, buying in at much too high prices here, when there are other chances that are clearly coming, and I'm fully expecting those to unfold in the next months and weeks, that we will be offered much more attractive buys than the prices we have seen within this week and the last 2 weeks. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to take a longer downturn, and ultimately I'm expecting this to bottom out in the zone. I will show this as well. In the long run, I'm expecting, as I already mentioned, prices below $40,000. So my ideal target is around 37 to 26,000 to bottom out wave 2 before we continue the uptrend. So now I know I can hear the voices already. People are going to be saying, this is crazy, it's not going to happen, he's a fool, whatever. I've heard it all before. I've been there twice, 17, 18, I've been there in 21, 22. People in disbelief, no, it's never going to happen, we're not going below this and that and whatever. Not going to mention the effort, but it has happened and it will happen again, and I'm 100% committed to my analysis here. The Bitcoin has always shown to at least target the 76.4 retracement in larger wave 2 corrections, so there is no reason for me to believe that this time will be different. Of course, it can happen, but on the other side, we are covered. Should that happen, should that occur, I have the other 2 important retracements here, which I'm expecting as a target for wave A. I will go long here, definitely go long in this area. So we will be fully covered. Should this be a change in its method, in the way Bitcoin operates in terms of its corrections, and it should finish the wave 2 correction already within this target box here between $62,000 and $51,000, then it's no biggie. I'm going to be in there on the long side, and then I can just easily wait, see what's happening. Are we taking out the new all-time highs? How is the structure developing, etc., etc. But if it's not developing as a clear impulse, and I'm expecting what I'm not expecting at the moment, I'm expecting this then to be another B wave, then I will close out my long positions and go on the short side again. So basically, all in all, wrap it up here to sum up my expectation here in as simple as possible. For the moment, I'm expecting a counter move, at least targeting 109, 116. Yeah. From there, I'm expecting the downtrend to continue to my next target zone between $62,000 and $51,000. And from there, I'm expecting a longer uptrend recovery phase for Bitcoin, which is also going to be the phase that I'm expecting the altcoins to really start performing across the board. Alternatively, if we are not able to take out the high from the weekend now within the next days or whatever, if we're just not able to take out this high anymore and we are dropping back below 78,173 and 73,512, then I have to expect that the counter move I'm seeing here right now in this target box has already completed here, and we are dropping directly into this area between 62 and 51, and then starting the recovery phase from here, which would also be fine for me at the moment. The only negative thing about that would be I'm not able to short the market probably, because I wouldn't risk it, to be honest. So yeah, that's my expectation, and overall I'm still bullish, and I will be bullish even after we've seen a corrective move below 40. This is just a cycle correction as I'm seeing it. My long run targets are still $200,000 plus, and this will be not affected by what is happening now and what is probably just started to unfold. So thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment on the videos, and also follow us on our Instagram channels. Thank you.